do I got a good fucking story for you today? Ladies and gentlemen, do I got a good fucking story for you today? What is really going on with Marvel Rivals ranking? And what are people willing to do to try to fuck with lower ranked players? What are they willing to do? How much are they willing to throw matches? And today we are going to cover this group of people who have been doing just that. They go from game to game throwing matches in order to try to get lower ranked players to fight against so that they can beat them, because they can't beat people at their own rank. This is kind of sad and pathetic, but at the same time it's worth talking about, because there's so many people who talk about all of these conspiracies about bots being in the game. These are real players. I played with them yesterday. They are total assholes, right? Like they're assholes. Like these are the kind of I threw the game so that they would lose because they're such pieces of shit, right? So this is one of, I guess, one of the main one. This is his account, right? This is his quick match games. The guy's not bad. He's not a bad player. I'll prove it to you. Look at his competitive matches. Look, MVP, 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 SVP. This is the one that I was in, if I'm not mistaken. Yeagerstill's Path. You see me right here, right? This is the one where I threw it, right? I threw it so that they would lose, because I knew that if I didn't play, they couldn't beat me. And it was over some bullshit, because all he had to do was say, hey, buddy, like, the guy uses Rocket. You know, that's my boy uses Rocket. You know how to use anybody else? Not, fuck him. Whatever you do, don't change that Rocket. Do not change that Rocket. Make him play something else. Today he's going to learn how to play something else. Well, guess what? Like, I know how to play several strategists better than the person who was playing Rocket. But I'm also like literally like I have 300 games and I have 5 times the KDA. Do you know how much harder it is to sustain KDA over 300 games and then to 5x someone over 300 games? That's a bit, right? It's a lot. It's a lot, right? But whatever. I would have just been like, if they would have said, look, like he only knows how to play Rocket, whatever. I know how to play Loki. I know how to play Cloak and Dagger. I know how to play a lot of different people. With this bullshit, like, yeah, today he's going to learn something else. I'm like, okay, no, today you're going to learn something. Today you're going to learn. So, whatever. I threw the match so that they could lose. These motherfuckers throw the match so that they could face lower ranked people. Right? That's what they do. Now, I'm going to show you this string of endless defeats, right? We're gonna go one by one. We're gonna look at who's in there, right? You're gonna notice that there's gonna be a lot of the same names in the shit, right? It's like a couple of variations. This guy's always in it. 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 There's usually like some variation with the other two, right? But it's always 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4, right? This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. So we're gonna go here. All right. So this person must have queued up like normal. They went in like, let's go, let's do something. These guys are completely throwing the game, not doing anything. Right? Completely throwing the game. 50 games like this, or 20? Is it 25 games like this? I'm trying to see. I think this is more. This is just from yesterday, by the way. So this is just from yesterday. So like, if I didn't check this today, these would be gone. I mean, I found out about this because I was looking for whatever reason at the at the last fight so I could look at the other team's stats. And then I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? How the hell do they lose 50 matches in a row? That's crazy. Like, and then I looked at competitive, and I think or not competitive, quick match was like 25-0. He was 25-0. And then so I looked. I'm like, well, what is going on with this 25-0? All right, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy right here. Yeah. So it's 5 this one. Because there's 5 names that I see a lot now, but there's 4 now, right? This is the 4 guys who are doing it. So let's watch their replays. Let's see what it looks like, right? Let's watch one, a random one. Let's just see what they're doing.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Hey, they all pick their heroes. Just imagine, like, how many times these people make new accounts and ruin the game for other people. Think about this. Think about that, right? Look at what they're doing.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Like, I think they might have some kind of, like, bots running their shit. Because this would be really annoying to constantly be jumping and pressing the attack button. How do we do the camera? Different camera view? Okay, this is definitely some kind of cheat. It's not letting me. This looks like some kind of cheat. So now this person who's on their team is like, bro, she's trying to bang out. And I mean obviously they're not an ideal person either. But what the hell is this? Right? Bro. How come you're not letting... Is it... Hold on. What the fuck is the... What is the fucking thing then? See? That's what I pressed. Oh, yeah, okay. Yo, look. This is cheating, right? They can't just be sitting there and pressing the button. They can't be sitting there. They have to be using key pressers. They have to be using key pressers because nobody's gonna do this for I don't even know how many hours and ruin everybody's fucking experience, right? So if you want people that are doing this over and over and over again in your lobbies, like NetEase, don't do anything about this. NetEase, don't do anything about this. Let this run rampant because this is gonna become. This is the thing already. I just happen to have caught it because these people were unbelievable assholes. Unbelievable assholes. And I just happened to be looking at their statistics because I couldn't believe like how bad their rocket was. Let's be frank. I'm sorry. I couldn't believe how bad their rocket was, and they're like, yeah, Lord Rocket, a level 47 Lord Rocket. Yeah, no. Make sure that 47 Lord Rocket doesn't been able to use this rocket, his tune, the tune that he's obviously been fucking using for a little bit here. Yeah, make sure he obviously cannot use this tune. It's a fucking wonderful idea. And so I'm like how are people this dumb? And I'm looking at their stats don't make any sense, but it makes sense. I mean, it makes perfect sense because I watch videos where people complain that they can't win
Battle starts in 5,
because they're always facing bots.
2.
Yeah, no, you're not facing bots. You're facing people who are trying to trick the algorithm by losing. They're trying to trick the algorithm by taking L's, right? And what do they do? What are they doing? They're tricking the algorithm by trying to take L's. And they're going into the lobby, and they're just queuing up together, and just ruining your shit. Look, This is what they're gonna do in every single of these games. There isn't a single one of these games that this isn't happening. Probably. I haven't looked at all of them. This is the first one that I've actually looked at. But they all look like this. They all look like this. He seems to be the ringleader out of all of them. There's a couple of dudes in there that I think may not be participating in this. Like, I just want to pick a random one. I just want to pick another random one, so you can see that. What is this SVP? How did he get SVP here? With 2 deaths? Oh, he must have like hit someone or got hit maybe. Look at this. They must be like, we need to do some kind of damage. Let me see what they do here. This is interesting. They actually did some damage here. I want to see what happened. So it's ironic, actually, that the way that I got back at them was by sitting in the spawn point in their game. There is a little bit of irony there now that I can see this shit. Right? All right. So is that them? Yes. Okay. So here they are. They're doing it again. They're out of sync. So it's hard to believe that they're all sitting there at the same time right now, pressing both space and the attack button.
No one's managed to extinguish me yet.
It's hard to believe, right?
5, 4, 3.
But they had to have done some kind of damage, because yes, they did some kind of damage. So they're okay. So what happened is that the spawn point moved, and when the spawn point moved,
my power cannot be quelled.
The other team went into that spawn point and killed them. And since they have whatever is going on here with the button pressing, right? There's someone who doesn't seem to be in on it. This other guy over here. Yeah, that's a name that doesn't come up in there. He's probably thinking to himself, Jesus Christ, these are the bots that everybody's been talking about. No, these are loser-ass players that are trying to lose a bunch of games in order to then face like less skilled players when they go into competitive.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
These are people that are trying to fuck with the algorithm, so they could basically try to scam the algorithm in order to get like a better rank, in order to be able to face lower ranked players. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but
Better stop that vehicle.
you know, I'm pretty sure it has had some success to it. Yeah, they're not there. So just to prove to you, right, like after putting this up for this long, right, I just want to prove to you that these are real players, that these are not like, maybe not Duck Thumper, because he's not jumping around like them, so he's probably just like, I don't want to go out there and get fucking steamrolled by myself,
Or else.
so let me just stay in here. Let me prove to you that they are real players, that it's not bots, that, because like you should know in the beginning, like I played with them, right? So like they know it's not. Oh man, come on. There he is. This is the one that I threw for them. This is the one that I threw because, you know, they're trash, right? Like this, I threw it. I'm like, fuck these guys. I'm not letting them win. So let me show you this one, I guess. Okay. All right. This happens in the very beginning. You can see like that. I click rocket. The other guy clicks rocket, locks him in right away.
The right heroes could make
And like I was just saying that too in chat. I'm like, bro, like I don't really want to know. Someone's gonna lock down Rocket. That's like my most comfortable tune. And like I'm obviously Lord Rocket, like not, regular. So like, makes sense. But then they wanted to be assholes about it. And not just like, hey, he only knows how to play Rocket. Let him use Rocket. I would have been like, cool. I know how to use like 3 others. But at the same time, they didn't want to be cool. So you see that it's the Ice Warrior. This guy, he's not in the list. This is a new guy in his thing.
30 seconds.
It could be the case that these are all his. That like a lot of those are his accounts. It could be the same guy. I don't know for sure.
They are the
It's just suspicious behavior.
on Earth.
You know what I mean?
And how come everyone keeps calling me a raccoon? I'm a
But these guys are all in the same lobbies at the same time, losing games. 4 other players. 5 of
Battle
them.
starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
So I'm over here. Where am I at now? I'm still in the character selection screen because I'm like, I don't know who to pick. And then I realized that these guys got a buff, so I picked Luna Snow because I didn't want them to get like the immortality. So I got Luna Snow, and then I'm like, okay, let's go in a little bit and let's like take some hits. So like I went in. And then I'm like, okay, I healed a little bit. And then I would stop. And I would heal a little bit. And then I would stop. And then I would just sit there for a little bit. And then when he came, I'm like, oh, you dick. And then I showed him I could fuck you up. And then I just let him kill me. I just let him kill me because I was like, oh shit, it's a rocket beacon. So in this round, though. In this round, I let him think it was over. In this round, I let him think that I was gonna play again. All right,
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
watch. So this round, I'm like, shit, my KD is kind of trash right now. So let me go fix that. That's what I was looking at. I'm pretty sure when I was stopped there. So I went out to fix my KD and to kind of give them some false hope.
Get that vehicle moving again. Tippy Toe spotted bad guys. There they are.
Yeah, I mean, people should go investigate the rest of those names because, like, in a video like this, you probably only have time to really, like, report on that one dude, and all the names that are constantly in his games might be the same dude. But whatever, whoever those names belong to and whatever IP that's coming from, that shit should not be playing this game because obviously they are fucking ruining it for a lot of players on a weekly basis, monthly basis. I don't know how many times they made free accounts in order to do that. This is another time. This is just one of the other times that they made a free account in order to try to jerk the system by ruining the experience for 25 different games. Like, I don't know why it was arbitrarily 25. I guess you get really bored losing 100 different games. But it looks like he's not really there either. Wow, I'm totally missing.
I am ready to put on a show.
Leave them to Khonshu! That turret is absolutely
I definitely got to get my Luna skills up.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Hey, Dee! Enjoy the amplifier!
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Don't mind me. Enemy in front of us.
I am ready to put on a show. We're finding our groove. Our friends are here.
That was a little messed up there. Thanks.
The god must be on our side. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. That one hurts.
Yeah, I definitely gotta. She's very good, but she's very intense. Like, as far as being able, you have to be able to really aim with her. Right, because she is very intense. Like, I am missing, like, everything.
It's okay. I'm here. You need me.
Man, I gotta do something about how I can think about around that crosshair. Because, like, what happens sometimes is that I'm looking around. I think I died here, and I think I was just like, okay, I think that's enough, because I'm gonna fucking ruin my KD. Or maybe I helped them push a little bit. I probably helped them push a little further.
We have to save
Yeah, I did.
Get that vehicle moving again.
I'm trying to let them kill me, though.
I am strengthened for battle.
I am ready to put on a show. Our friends are here.
I don't forget.
Systems restart. Here comes trouble.
I unleash the
I
Vishanti's
don't have to be
power.
center stage.
Hey, Dee! Enjoy the amplifier!
Thanks so much. Ooh, a touch of feelings.
You're welcome.
Good riddance to bad spiders. Thanks.
Only 60 seconds left. You're halfway there. Keep going.
Yeah, I let them get past the second point, and then that's when I unleashed the thing.
That fucking hurt! You're welcome.
I was worried. I'm hurt. Down to 30 seconds. Robot. Almost there. Don't turn back now. I suck. Ooh, a touch of healing.
Leave them to
Against the world. My friends are here. The final 10 seconds.
You better get a look behind you.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
maximum pulse.
The gods must be on our side. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. Time for some fireworks. Someone needs a snowball in the face. I needed that. Penny! It should have been
Someone scratch my back. Those guys are about to shoot at it.
Yep, this is when I'm like, fuck it. That's enough.
Only 60 seconds left.
Stop up!
That's enough. We got far enough, didn't we? We got 2 points. Huh? The rest I'm gonna sit in this lobby just like you did to all those other players, you fuck. So just to show you that these people are not bots. Oh, why does it do that? I don't want to keep looking him fucking up, man. No. Whatever. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Alright, people, like, seriously, if you're gonna do shit like that, also, like, don't be stupid. Hide your history. I would have found it through, you know, through the other website that I use. But at the same time, right, like, yeah, because they lost. Yeah, he must. He's doing it with a different group of people in this one. It's different people, so I don't know. Maybe these are like a group of his friends that he throws games with, or it's just him on multiple accounts at the same time, which could be the case. Just throwing games for people. Just throwing games. Just throwing the games. Just throwing them. This poor guy shows up. He's like, he's trying to play. He gets mobbed 1-7 because all of these people are bots. I mean, not bots, but they're one guy or maybe multiple people just having them with pressing, you know. So me, I'm making fun of people for the bot conspiracy because they don't really have proof, right? They don't have any evidence. They don't have no proof that there's actually bots. Like if you actually go and look up the names, you're gonna find that those are real people. That in a lot of those videos that I watch, you look up the names, which they never look up. You never like see like their careers or anything like that. Which, speaking of which, why can't I view his career? Oh, interesting. Oh no, you just can't from this screen. Okay. So like if I want to back up, I want to go back to the replays, right? Well, we know what they're gonna do, so like let's just see it, I guess. Let's just see it because we know what's gonna happen. I just want to prove it, right? Like I don't want any ambiguity to be there about that these guys are, you know, oh maybe they're just really terrible for those like 25 games and this isn't deliberate. No, this is deliberate. This is throwing games in order to try to get into lower ranked lobbies. That's what they're doing. I've seen people do shit like this, but I didn't really like. But they actually fight. They don't, you know.
They don't look friendly.
They don't do this. You know, they actually fight. They just die. You know, or they just quit the game or whatever. Okay, so it's these 5 accounts. Blaze Fang 123, Ice Warrior, Motorbike 5, Scribble Cattle, Forzian 83, Forziano, I guess. And this person just fucking showed up to play the game, like, you know, to match up with people who are players, and then runs into this shit. And then people make conspiracy theories about there being bots in the game because they think it's like, you know, NetEase needing to raise the engagement of other players, right? No, my man. It is people that are trying to scam the system. It is people who are deliberately getting losses in order to fucking deliberately taking losses in order to face lower ranked players so they can then steamroll those players, lower ranked players, and then feel really good about themselves, right? Like so like they don't They just don't want to fight like regular low rank players. They want to fight the lowest ranked players that you can find. Like, this is a lot of time invested and a lot of people's games ruined for them to try to achieve this goal, right? This is I don't know if it's one dude. I don't know if it's one dude or 5 dudes. It's just, I find the behavior with the jumping and the attacking, these are probably button pressers that, you know, you just set 2 different button pressers and they do that. You know, you set 2 different button pressers on, like, you know, 2 second, 1 second timers, and they'll do this. They'll do this all day. Right? And so what that does is keeps you from going inactive, keeps you from getting kicked out, and then, you know, keeps you with very low stats so that you could, like, trick the algorithm into, like, having a bad, into getting, you know, into getting queued against lower players. Okay. So the common denominator in these games is this guy, but, like, we should look at some of the rest of these people. Let me see how to spell this. M-O Motor Rick B5. Okay. Motor Rick B5. Blaze Fang, Blaze underscore Fang 123. Let me just look them up too, because they may be like other accounts from this person, or they may be the same person on different accounts. Blaze. Okay. Oh wow, look at this. Okay. So look at all these losses. So that he could face, like, the lowest ranked players that there are, so that he could sweep them and get into silver. Look at this. 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 It's the same. It's you know, here it is. Cripple Cattle, Motorbike 5, Ice Warrior 12. Okay, like, same guy. Okay. Same guy, ruining this guy's game, ruining these people's games. Ruining this guy's game. Ruining this guy's game, ruining their games. So that they could steamroll lower players. Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. I mean, I get it might work. Look, like that now they look like they're goats and shit. Like, oh my god, bro, I'm MVP in all of these games, facing these people that don't even know. They have no idea how to play. Look at this. We're on 65 points, broad streak. Look at the people that he's up against. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. And they're facing someone who's obviously been playing this game long enough and has enough time on their hands to sit there and set up something that will fucking deliberately trigger losses over and over and over again for him to feel good about himself about beating lower ranked players. Check this out. Right? This is cheating. This is cheating, right? Like, this is no ambiguity that this is cheating, right? All right. Okay. Let's see the other guy. What's his name? Motor Rick B5. Alright, okay. View career. Is that the right? Okay. So this account only takes L's, right? They haven't used this account yet to go into quick match, so they just basically this account, I guess, is the one that's I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's the same person, different people. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just know that the accounts that they're using are. Let's go ahead and look a little bit more. History. Almost. No, we want to do competitive. So these people were in. At least one of these people were in the group. I know this guy was. This guy was in this group because he talked to him and said, "Hey, because he was playing some sussy shit in the background, and he was telling him to cut it off or whatever." But this is the main guy in that is doing the scam, right? This is the main guy who's doing the scam on this account, right? This is one of his accounts where he does this scam, and like, of course, they're gonna do it again, but like, get rid of him, right? Get rid of him. So, yeah, the reason I stumbled on this is because I was looking. I'll show you the resource that I was checking. Let me make sure that it's the right page. Here. No. This one. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let me just go ahead and cut these off here. Alright. So this is what I was looking at. When I saw this, I'm like, how is this even possible? How are you able to lose 52 quick match games in a row with 0 score? And then I started looking at the names, and I started these are the 5 names that are almost always there. These are the 5 names: Marziano 83, Ice Water 12, Motor Rick 5, Scribble Cadle, and Blaze Fang 123. So let me just keep that up and do this little search thing here again. Scribble. One word, right? Cadle. Am I spelling it wrong? Oh, 2 B's. There we go. Level 11. Let's see, competitive. Okay. All right. This is a hack. This is a hack. This is a hack. Right? This is the hack. This is a hack. So that's what they do. They throw games, throw as many games as they can, and then come in and, like, it's the analogy that I'm thinking of is very inappropriate, but let's just say that they're doing something that is it's terrible. It's ruining the game for a lot of these people that are just like casual gamers that just want to go in to play some quick match. They were ruining the game for not just casual gamers. They were ruining the game for me in ranked yesterday by just being assholes, but they weren't throwing the game. That was me. That was me. That threw my, at that point had been like 100% win record in order to fucking take them down a peg. And it worked, right? Like, they lost, right? And I even made them gave them like a little bit of false sense of hope that they were going to continue that winning streak. Unfortunately, they were not. So that's the game now, right? So a lot of people that are, I'm sorry for the people who were, thought that they were bots in the game, and I made fun of you, because obviously if somebody's doing this, you're gonna think that it's bots. You're gonna think that it's NetEase doing this to you. Maybe. I don't know if that makes sense so much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't. I still don't think that makes sense. But they don't know who to blame. Well, I found the guy. I found the guy who's to blame for all this shit. Ice Warrior 12. He's to blame for all this shit. He is the ringleader of this little group of 5 people who are ruining your quick matches by just sitting there in spawn, not doing anything. Throwing the game so that they can lose, so that they can face lower ranked players when they go into ranked, right? They don't want to go into ranked and face players that are decent or good or maybe just like, you know, average. They want to face the worst players so that they could bully them, so that they could bully the worst players in the game. They want to basically break the algorithm so they could face the worst players in the game. That's basically what they're doing. It's not like the worst crime. Like, it's not like a crime against humanity. It's just ruining the game for people. It is ruining the game for people. And these guys, this guy's responsible. Ice Warrior 12, all of these 5 people, these people are responsible for ruining the quality of the experience for people in this game. And they ruined it for me in competitive just by being assholes and existing and just the way that they present themselves, whatever. Big deal, right? But if they're ruining the game experience for all of these players, for all these 25 games, like that's 26 individual people, or 50 50 individual people in Ice Warriors case, because like you can't see the history on the other 25 games from the day before, but you know, this person who lost 25 games a day, I don't know how long that, I think it's only the 50. In order to like reduce his ranking, in order to be able to face the lowest players, to totally destroy, you know, other players' experience, it's effed, right? And you know, you got NetEase should not allow somebody like this or a player who's doing this to continue to operate in this way, right? Like you know, I definitely feel like the people who thought that there were bots in the game are kind of like, they're not vindicated, I'd say, because I don't think that was a legit conspiracy theory, to be honest, and it just sounded like a lot of cope, the way that it's presented a lot of times. But they created a matchmaking algorithm where if you have a certain amount of skills, you're going to face people that are at your skill level. Right? If you are good, you're going to face good people. If you're not that good, you're not going to face people that are that good. Right? Sometimes it's going to be a little bit mixed. Sometimes you're going to get people that are really good. Sometimes you're going to get people that are not good at all. And a lot of times, if you're decent, you're going to get all of the people who are really good on the other team. You know? That's how it's gonna. That's how it sometimes it breaks down. You know, unfortunately. Right. But these people have figured out a way to, you know, basically break the algorithm to make it so that, you know, they can get the easiest possible games in competitive so that they can climb faster. And the way that they do that is by throwing hundreds of games for other players, because this can't have just happened on one account. This has to be something that they do over and over again. People don't just come up with some shit like this, you know. They don't just like, I can't, you know. He got up with a group of 5 people or 2 people, 3 people, made multiple accounts, maybe, you know, it's 5 individuals, I don't know, and they all sit there with key pressers, sit in the lobby, and just jump and press the button, jump and press attack, jump and press attack, until, you know, the other team wins. And then they use those you know, fake losses to try to face like lower ranked players. I think that's really pathetic. I think that's probably one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen people do, like in order to face like lower ranked players. But it's not like this is the kind of thing that I kind of expected to happen. I kind of thought that things like this were to happen, but I had never seen it myself. And I definitely would not say anything if I couldn't prove it. You know, so for the people who were saying that there were bots, you know, and then I would go and look at the names, and you'd see the people are not just not bots, but they have ranks. They, you know, they're decent players, right? They're not like they didn't have games like this. They didn't have games where they just threw the fucking whole match. They didn't have that. So there was no fucking truth to it. And now there is like a little bit of it's not bots. It's just people that are using, you know, software to just make the characters stay in the fucking in the lobby and never leave, and just, you know, spam entering quick match over and over again so they can trigger losses, and then basically, you know, face like really easy competition when they go into competitive. That's what they want, right? Like, I'm not gonna get that luxury because like I stay with my account. You know, I mean, for better or for worse, you know, warts and all, you know, I stay with my account. I play, you know, 114 hours on this account. I have 937 matches played. I'm not even at 50%, right? But, you know, hey, you know, I'm not the worst player there is here. It just, I mean, I do have another account. It's not like I don't have another account, but I have one account that, you know, I don't throw games on. I play normal. That's just my first account. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that I discovered, and I found the proof that there are people that are fucking up matchmaking, and it's not bots. It's not bots. It's not NetEase. It's assholes like this guy. It's assholes like this guy that can't hack it in his own rank, so he has devised a way to basically, you know, throw games for, you know, dozens of games in order to try to, you know, face people that are just so bad at the game that he could probably beat them, like, and so they could feel like, you know, they're really big shit in a game where people obviously don't know what they're doing. You know, that's the kind of time they're on. So yeah, I want to know what you think. All right, I'm gonna leave this here because I'm just gonna do this as a video. I'm not gonna do this as a full stream yet. I got some things to do. So well, I mean, this is a full stream, but anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, I love you. Bye bye.